Hare Krishna, my dear Prabhus and dear Matajis. Good morning. Thank you for joining our morning japa session. Please continue to finish your rounds today and read your Prabhupada books. Do your sadhana religiously and be Krishna conscious. Good morning. Hare Krishna, hello muna kay Ron Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Jonah Mataji. Hare Krishna, Christine Mataji. Hare Krishna, Riza. Hare Krishna Mataji. Good luck sa Monday. Raleigh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Kaiser Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Jinky Mataji, Hare Krishna, and my dear godmother, Radhanath Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Navadip Chandra, he might, pwede siya umabol later. Usually, pag wala si Navadip Chandra sa piling natin, nasa pujari siya. Nasa pujari room siya, pujari siya sa temple. But he is trying to always catch up with us. Hare Krishna, good morning, Prabhu Radhanath.
Good morning, Hare Krishna.
Okay. You know the drill, my dear Prabhus and dear Matajis. We should always pay our obeisances, pay our respect, to be in the humble mood and the mood of request as we recite and study the Srimad Bhagavatam. So join me as we meditate on the mantras, invocation mantras. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashta Priyashu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Utamas Loke Bhaktir Vavati Naishtiki. So today is, ano bang meron ngayon? Black Saturday na ba? Black Saturday, yes. So this is Holy Week. And we want to make our week holy. Also everyday holy. Sabi nga nila sa Filipino, mahal na araw. Sinabadit nagkataka bakit daw mahal na araw? Yung translation ng Holy Week. Dapat daw banal na linggo. So hindi ko rin alam yung sasagot ko sa kanya. Pero we're trying to be always holy. And always vegetarian. Hindi lang sa linggong to. In our whole everyday lives. So yes, kakaiba na yung mga nangyayari. Kasi we discussed yesterday ano yung pinagalingan ng plant-based diet in the scriptures. As well as paano trinit kasi si Ashvatam like an animal. Isa sa pinag-usapan natin doon yung test ni Krishna kay Arjuna because like si Krishna himself and yung spiritual master will give some tests sa mga disciple or sa devotees. That hindi lang basta-basta kailangang sundin or hindi sundin ng disciple or ng isang devotee. Sabi nga, the spiritual master just don't teach yung disciple ng mga skill set kung paano gawin. He always teach yung mga disciple how to think. And this is not a blind faith culture, yung Krishna consciousness. We want to learn, we want to study, scrutinizingly study yung ating Srimad Bhagavatam. Bakit natin ginagawa to? Bakit natin sinusunod to? And based on the scriptures, based on the guru, and based on the sadhu, that is our praman or authority. So, Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, chapter 7, entitled The Son of Drona Panash. We are in the text 42, and this is very, paano mo masabi, madi-describe yung discussion natin ngayon. Very heartfelt. Text number 42, Sri Suta Goswami said, Draupadi then saw Ashvatam, who was bound with ropes like an animal, and silent for having enacted the most inglorious murder. Due to her female nature, and due to her being naturally good and well behaved, she showed him due respects as a Brahmana. So may parang contradiction na nangyayari kasi si Arjuna and si Krishna, they arrested si Ashvatham like an animal kasi nga ang dami niyang heinous murder and heinous act na ginawa, which is against the religious principle, displeased his spiritual master, and kahit anak siya ng Brahmana, hindi siya nagpakita ng qualities of a Brahmana. Rather, very animalistic yung ginawa niya. Kaya he was arrested like an animal. If you saw the poster, he was tied up, dragged, papunta sa camp. Pero, when they were offered kay Draupadi, si Draupadi, di ba nung una, sabi niya, bring me the dead Ashvatam. And nag-promise Arjuna, bago mo i-burn yung bodies ng anak natin, tatayo ka sa ulo ni Ashvatam. Then, by then, doon pa lang doon ko pa lang pwede i-wipe yung tears mo. Pero nung nakita na ni Draupadi si Ashvatam, nag-pay respect siya. Kasi anak siya ng Brahmana. So parang, teka lang, ba't naging ganun bigla? Ano masabi mo, Radhat Prabhu, with this purport ni Srila Prabhupada? Medyo kakaiba no? Kakaiba Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yung Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai, masasabi ko. But first of all, good morning again to everybody. It's always nice to be here with all of you. A wonderful association in studying this Srimad Bhagavatam. It's one of those purports or explanations ni Srila Prabhupada that might bring up some controversy, but it's only a controversial to our understanding because we have not yet fully understood maybe the purport of all these Bhagavat stories. But one thing na gusto kong i-highlight dito na sinabi ni Srila Prabhupada is that gentle nature ng woman. The gentle, the goodness, the soft-heartedness of woman. Sa mga mataji na join sa atin ngayon dito sa Zoom or wherever, or sa Facebook maybe nakikinig. Would you agree na ganun ba talaga yung nature ng woman? Diba? Kaya sila woman dahil yung nature nila of caring, soft-heartedness, understanding, selfless. Diba? You would agree with me that this is the nature? Pag sinabi nating woman, parang ganun kagad eh. Pag sinabi nating men, it's always ang pumapasok sa utak natin, di ba, parang strong, the ng family, foundation ng family, ganyan. Pero as opposed to women, parang pag women, he's the light of the family because she gives, that comfort, that mood of love is always being sa mother nature ng mother na yun ang palagi niyang gustong ipakita. Parang naka-program na sa motherly sa mother, sa nature ng mother nature. Sasabihin sana mother nature sa nature ng mga mothers, ganun. So, yung nangyayari dito, exactly ganun. Diba? Although parang nung una, syempre, sabi nga, sobrang aggrieved siya. Talagang ang saklap na nangyayari kasi, diba? Biruin mo ba naman, patayin yung 5 mong anak. Parang, diba, unimaginable yung nangyari. And so, syempre, as somebody na, as husband din, parang papagtangguli kita. Dadaling ko yung ulo ng tao na yan. Tapos, magre-revenge tayo. So, kita mo yung nature ng lalaki tsaka ng babae. Especially in this case, si Arjuna Kshatriya, ganun siya eh. Talagang laban to, patayan na to, ganun. Pero yung woman, di ba, hindi ganun eh. Naturally, soft-hearted, hindi sila nagre-react ng ganun. Iba yung reaction nila eh. More on internal, more on, okay, nasasaktan din sila, pero pinapakita nila in a very, very soft, manner. Hindi katulad ng lalaki. Kasi nga lalaki always ganun. Kailangan aggressive, strong ka agad. So makikita natin yung difference talaga ng ng nature ng men and women. And of course, both have advantages and disadvantages. That's a fact, especially now in our modern age. We are somehow trained differently. It's not like the Vedic culture, the Vedic tradition that was very strict on its parang divisions ng civilization, di ba? So, kaya nagiging controversial lang sa atin kasi hindi natin masyadong naintindihan pa yung talagang purport ng Vedic civilization and ng society and ng teachings ng Vedas. But anyway, yung hina-highlight dito ng Srila Prabhupada is yun, that gentle nature ng women. Kaya parang si Draupadi, nag-iba na, hindi nala na ni Arjuna sa ano. Parang may mga case din na ganyan no, nung at least parang nakaraan pa may nakita ko na parang ganun ang nangyari. May isang culprit, I think it was in the West, parang minurder yung kanyang daughter or ganun. Tapos yung nagkita na sila sa court, actually na nagbago yung yung ng mother ba yun or ng father or at least ng family. Nung nakita nila actually ang galing ng example na pinakita nila na para actually hinagpa nila yung tao instead na parang nagalit sila. Parang ino-compare ko lang na somehow may ganun pa din. Na kahit na, alam mo, nakita mo face to face yung tao, that very person na pumatay sa daughter mo, sa anak mo, or whatever. Tapos may kita mo siya face to face. Usually dapat lang yan mamatay ka na, ano ka na dyan, mabulok ka na sa kulungan, ganyan. Pero that particular na daanan ko na is very wonderful din. Na naig ang love, na naig. Parang sa purport mababasa natin yun na hindi na kailangan mag-suffer pa nung parents nito, yung suffering na naramdaman ko. Maganda yung sinabi ni John na radical love, Madachi. I appreciate that. So yun. So parang gano'n to the effect na parang hinagpa nila yung lalaki and saying, it's okay, we forgive you. Parang nagawa mo yan dahil you're under certain circumstances and influences. But I hope you do good. Parang ganun He is well-wishing. Parang ganito yung pinapakita ni Mother Draupadi. Nung nakita niya na yung si Ashvatam na is being dragged dun sa camp nila and talagang ready to be to be punished. Na naig ang motherly love. Yung sinasabi nga ni Mother Jonah. I really like that. That radical love. That motherly love na naig. Yun lang muna yung masasabi ko. Sharon Prabhu.
Kakaiba, no? Kasi kakaibang experience yun. Most of the people, lalo na yung lalaki, revenge yan Diba? Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. Diba? Life for a life. Bakit yung babae may ganitong nature? Diba? Napapag-usapan yun It's been a question for, hindi lang sa Philippines and all over the world, yung mga devotees. Bakit sabi sa scriptures, it was not Srila Prabhupada who coined yung term na women, sudras, ito yung sila yung mga less intelligent daw. So like, teka lang, ako rin parang hindi ako niniwala kasi pag like some of the, yung students natin when they've watched yung mga initiation, lalo na sa China, parang 98% babae. Kahit sa Braj Bhakti Academy natin, mas madaming babae. But they're much more inclined in studying the Vedas. If you do survey, mas nagbabasa yung mga babae kaysa sa lalaki. Bakit ganun? Ang hina-highlight kasi dito is they are ito yung yung highlight ng nature ng babae. Yung intelligence nila with emotion, with mild nature. Yung lalaki more on philosophical side. When you see the facts, pag inaral mo sa school sila Plato, sila Socrates, on that logical and philosophical side, puro lalaki talaga. But yung side nung pagiging mild and pagiging forgiving, soft-hearted, ito yung meron sa babae. Hindi siya palagi kailangan i-compare as sino yung mas magaling. Of course, yung genes ng lalaki, iba yung strength nila. Pero yung motherly love, hindi pwedeng kunin ng lalaki yon. So, magkaiba talaga. Very unique. Very unique. Pero of course, this Kali Yuga is very unique din. Yung babae, madalas, yung intelligence nila, umaangat din minsan sa umaangat madalas sa mga lalaki din. Sobrang kakaiba. And it was being emphasized here na si Draupadi is having that kind of nature and showing that quality. Hindi niya pinatagal, hindi niya parang ang tagal ko mag-recover muna ako ng ilang years. Magiging muna ako ng ilang years. No, immediately pagdating ni Ashvatam, sabi nga ni ni Prabhu Radhanath, nagbago bigla. Yung mild nature niya, yung gentle nature niya, he is showing already. He paid respect. Even though, sabi nga ni Prabhupada dito, unworthy. Sobra unworthy. Kumbaga lahat ng arguments, unworthy. Kumbaga di mo na kailangan mag-fault find. Lumabas na yung, yung fault na meron si Ashwatan. Like, that's a nature of a woman. Because of soft-heartedness, mild nature. Ito yon. Pero kaya sinasabi ni Prabhupada, bakit in-emphasize yung, bakit niya sinabi na yung mga terms na to, sudras, less intelligent, tas yung women, ganun din. Kasi they should be protected. This mild and gentle nature ng women, yung ina-abuse ng mga um, men na sobrang hard yung heart nila. Sabi nga ulitin ko lang yung sinabi ko last time. Favorite band ko dati yung Shelter. And there's a term na sinabi nila sa lyrics. I think si Rago na talaga yung gumawa ng lyrics na yun. Hindi niya kinuha yung quote na yun. A man uses love for sex. And the woman uses sex for love. Iba sila ng goal. Yung men, kung nakikita natin, ba't maraming single mother? Just women are taking advantage of women's gentleness. Bakit nabobola? Bakit nadadala sa sweet words? Because they're being abused. Ina-abuse yung pagiging gentle, pagiging mild and soft heart ng women. So Prabhupada in this Krishna consciousness, sobrang they want to protect women. Nagkaroon ng brahmacharini ashram. Originally, in the scriptures, in the line ng ating guru and disciple relationship, brahmachari ashrams lang or yung mga monk na lalaki. But when Sri Prabhupada went to the West, he saw na yung mga women are taking take advantage sila ng men at the same time they're not protected. Kaya may mga nakatira na babae ngayon sa ISKCON temples because of Srila Prabhupada. So ay yung shelter na binibigay. And this is just to work together. Ano meron pwede ibigay ng men is to protect physically, di ba, the way they think. They want to protect also the women. And yung motherly love na meron naman yung mga women, kung nakikita niyo sa mga temple, like, kung nakikita niyo yan dyan sila Mother Lalita Sundari, they're giving this motherly love dun sa mga brahmachari monks naman. So it's a perfect combination yung ginawa ni Srila Prabhupada in ISKCON society, and other groups, religious groups, spiritual groups are doing this as well. So this is parang ano to cream on top. Aside from being able to deliver a child, yung mom, yung babae, nasa ganitong qualities na meron sila. Very natural. Very natural. Puntahan natin yung 43. Ano yung nararamdaman ni Draupadi habang nandun yung culprit na pumatay sa anak niya? Bakit naging mild in nature niya? Translation. She could not tolerate Ashvatan's being bound by ropes, and being a devoted lady, she said, "Release him, for he is a Brahmana, our spiritual master." Yung respect ng binibigay ng society sa Brahmana, sa mga priests, sa mga monks. Even si Ashvatam, a son of a Brahmana, which is not qualified because of heinous acts, she's saying na release him. Pakawalan niyo siya. Because Brahmana pa rin yung tingin ko sa kanya. Sabi nga ni Sri Prabhupada here, it was being mentioned, kasi sabi ni Draupadi, our spiritual master in Brahmana, Si Sir Prabhupada explained here kung ano yung guru. A guru is called also an acharya, or a person who has personally assimilated all the essence of sastras and has helped his disciple to adopt the ways. So yung guru is acharya, or living by example, doing it. Although si Ashvatam is not exactly kung ano yung describe ni Sir Prabhupada. Si Draupadi, with all due respect, still paid her obeisances and wants Ashvatam to be released sa ropes kasi parang nga siyang animal na nakatali. She could not tolerate. And yung tolerance ng mom ng babae is very, parang napakaliit, iksi lang eh. If you could remember, I could remember my mom, my parents are doing very nice teamwork. Yung dad ko yung papalo, tapos yung kakausap sa akin yung mom ko. Yung paparusa sa'yo yung pag sobrang kulit yung tatay. Tapos yung kind words to explain bakit yung nanay yun. Pero pag nakikita ng mom ko na syempre madrama ka eh. Pag napalo ka or tinatakot ka, ang dami mong iyak eh, no? Hihingal-hingal ka pa. Tapos papatawarin ka agad ng So, tama na yan. Pipigilan ka agad ng mom yung tatay. Kasi hindi niya matiis palagi. Hindi niya matitiis yung anak niyang makita ng ganun. And really, bakit sa society natin, we're calling yung mga babae na mataji or mother. Even na wala silang anak, or minsan nga mas bata pa eh. But we're calling them because that's the real nature. The highest respect na meron yung mga nanay. What can you say? At si Radhanath Prabhu, have a great Mataji then. Abangan nyo kasi meron mga i-release tayo na interview series sa Village Talk. And yesterday, napakaganda ng usapan natin. How yung mga mom is very, wonderful in raising a Krishna conscious child. What can you say about this, Prabhu? She could not tolerate daw, no?
Ito, gusto ko nang i-share kagad yung sinabi ni Prabhupada, which is a perfect example why exactly this is happening. And we have to understand that Mother Draupadi is not an ordinary woman. She's not an ordinary. Basahin natin yung last sentence sa purport ng text number 43. Ito andun na tayo sa he's not a brahmana, he's a murderer, blah blah blah. He needs to be punished, to be killed. Sabi ni Prabhupada, but in spite of all this, Draupadi desired that Ashvatthama be at once released, and it was all the same a good sentiment for her. This means that a devotee of the Lord can tolerate all sorts of tribulation personally, but still, such devotees are never unkind to others, even to the enemy. These are the characteristics of one who is a pure devotee of the Lord. That's it. So yung apparently na sinasabi natin na disadvantage para sa women na they are very soft, they are like this, like that. In this example, it was highlighted as an advantage, as a glorification of that wonderful trait, that being soft-hearted, because this is actually this is how a pure devotee acts, especially a women, na they can be tolerant of personal discomforts. Pero pag may nakita na sila na others na parang nasa pangit na kondisyon, hindi nila matitake yun, in spite na parang sabi nga enemy pa. So yun yung wonderful na hina-highlight ni Srila Prabhupada din sa purport niya, na ganun talaga ang devotee is pag at least pag pure devotee ka na. Kaya makaka-relate tayo kung nasa na tayo eh. It's really true na hindi pa tayo pure devotees kasi konting nga sa sarili natin konting may magsabi lang sa'yo ng konti, offended ka na eh. How much more yung ganon sitwasyon ni Draupadi, di ba, Mataji, ni Draupadi, Mother Draupadi. Diba? Hindi natin matotolerate yun. So that's why this is an inspiration for us. And this is parang yung ano siya na character, very, very, dapat tularan na character. Yung pagiging ganon, yung, okay, I can, di ba parang pag may ginawa sa akin, sige, tolerate lang. Pero pag ikaw, yung nakaka-witness na, yung parang sinasaktan yung ibang tao, ayun, pwedeng hindi mo matolerate yun. Ganun yung sinasabi ng Sri Prabhupada na character ng pure devotee. And to be an, to be fair, actually ang tinatry natin protektahan as devotees is that yung mahulog tayo ron sa idea na alam mo yon, ikaw lang yung dapat laging uh, pinoprotektahan, o ikaw lang yung dapat walang mali. 'Di ba? Meron ding factor doon na dapat tignan tayo na all this is happening because of our karma. 'Di ba? Meron tayong mga reactions sa mga nagawa natin in the past. Pero if one is in this platform na ng pure devotee, then yung mga wonderful characters na yun lalabas sa mga trying times. So, for me, yung sa text na to, yun yung inspiration ko dito sa text na to na nag-stick talaga sa akin na yung devotee, kaya niyang i-tolerate yung mga ginagawa sa kanya. Pero pag may nakita siya na parang ino-offend yung ibang devotees or just in general yung mga tao, hindi niya kaya yun. So, di ba, wonderful. So, basahin daw natin ang 44 and 45. It was Dronacharya's mercy that, ito na, sorry, ito pala, sa mga susunod na verses, ilalatag ni ni Mother Draupadi yung kanyang case. Bakit nagiging ganun yung niya, yung feelings niya and yung arguments niya. Ilalatag niya rito. Basahin natin yung dalawa. It was by Dronacharya's mercy that you learned the military art of throwing arrows and the confidential art of controlling weapons. That's a fact. Sa 45, sabi niya, he, Dronacharya, is certainly still existing, being represented by his son. His wife Kripi did not undergo a sati with him because she had a son. Yung quickly lang yung sinasabi ditong sati is yung it's a right. It's a yung sati right na tinatawag. So ito yung pag yung husband is if the husband passed away, and then wala ka naman ng son or widow ka na, yung at least in the Vedic times, yung mother or the woman enters into the fire, parang gano'n. So yun yung sati right. Anyway, another discussion yun. Pero ang pinopoint out dito ni Mother Draupadi, yung gano'n, na parang these persons, yung father and yung mother nito, they don't deserve na mawalan ng anak. And isipin nyo, yung lahat ng natutunan nyo is galing sa tatay niyan. Ganun. Di ba? So ito yung mga nilalatag niyang ito yung mga nilalatag niya na argument. So now, parang wala kayong karapatan na patayin siya. And parang as nanay, ako na sasabi sa inyo, as asawa, na pwedeng wag nyo nang gawin. Kasi parang hindi rin ako magiging masaya kung makita ko yung nanay nito na mag-grieve katulad ko na mawalan ng anak. So again, pumapalo dito talaga yung wonderful qualities ng mother na pagiging soft. And ayun yung marami pa may mga sasabihin pa siya rito Pero I will let Radhacharan Prabhu say those another mga arguments.
Yes, ayun nga, parang si Draupadi, hindi lang siya yung patawarin niya na, no. She knows na very smart yung mga andun. Nagbitaw siya ng words. Tapos nag-promise si Arjuna sa kanya. Andun si Krishna. Kailangan niya magbibigay ng mga arguments para patawarin si Ashvatam. To think of anak niya yon, at the same time, anak din ng Pandavas yon, yung mga nandun. So, siya yung mom. Pero galit din yung mga asawa niya, yung five Pandavas. So, she have to lay down yung cards, yung mga arguments niya. And this is few. Sa text 46, she mentioned, O most fortunate one who knows the principles of religion. It is not good for you to cause grief to glorious family members who are always respectable and worshipable. Sinabi na niya, o si Dronachari, yung teacher niyo, hindi niyo ba alam, hindi niyo ba natandaan siya yung nagturo ng lahat ng alam niyo? Kung bakit kayo nanalo sa war, bakit ikaw magagaling ka sa archery, Arjuna? Yung martial arts na meron ka, how to recite mantras in arrows, which is sobrang, ayun daw yung sobrang mahirap gawin. Pinakamahirap sa arts ng war, nanggaling sa tatay niyan. And he is being represented by son. Kaya nga yung tatay daw is always being represented by son. And worthy of treatment sa anak kung paano mo itatrato yung tatay. Ganun palagi. And of course, yung tatay magpe-please. Kumbaga, if may anak kang lalaki, tapos yung mga kapitbahay mo, yung mga kamag-anak, hindi tinatrato yung anak na maayos, you will feel hurt, di ba? May-feel mo yung pain na yon. Pero pag tinatrato siya ng as paano ikaw tinatrato with all due respect, he will be pleased. At the same time, in the culture, ganun din. He is represented by the sun. Kaya nga daw si Creepy, hindi siya nag-enter ng Sati. Kasi buhay pa patay si Dronacharya dito. Tapos na yung war, kasama siya sa namatay. Sabi ni Draupadi, buhay pa siya. He is being represented by the sun. So bakit niya siya papatayin? Diba? He is like Jonah, and si Jonah yung nagturo sa inyo ng war na yan. Ng arts na yan. Then si Drona, very respectable family. One should not inflict disrespect sa pain sa respectable family. Ayun yung being gentle, being gentleman. And sabi eto na, yung mga grabing argument ni Draupadi. She said, My lord, do not make the wife of Dronacharya cry like me. I am aggrieved for the death of my sons. She need not cry constantly like me. Iba yung meron si Draupadi. Iba yung gentleness na meron siya. Yung normal na tao, hindi, damay-damay tayo. Nawalan ako ng anak, dapat mawalan ka rin ng anak. Iba yung meron si Draupadi, no. Kahit siya pa yung nag-cause ng pain na meron ako, I would not want to wish yung pain na meron ako sa ibang tao. Mapunta sa ibang tao. Ayun yung devotee, pure devotee. Kung meron siya maramdaman na pain, that person, that devotee will never wish na mapunta yung pain na yun sa ibang tao. Ako na lang. Di baling ako na lang. And sabi niya, yung may wife pa si Ashvatam, ayoko mag-grief din siya katulad ng nangyaranasan ko. Kasi sobrang masakit. So, ganun yung meron na quality si Draupadi. Hindi niya basta-basta gusto idama yung ibang tao or maparamdam yon. And in the practice of tolerance, in the practice of being a devotee, sabi nga ni Radhat Prabhu, and based on the scriptures, a devotee could tolerate yung mga nabibigay sa kanyang pain. Ang hindi natin matotolerate if one is, a devotee is being inflicted pain by others. Mas masakit yon. And ito yung sinushow ni Draupadi, wag mo nang idamay si Creepy na maramdaman din to. What is the use? Tapos na naman. So si Draupadi mabilis mag-move on, ano? Pero that's the nature of a woman na wag mo na idamay yung asawa niya. Ako na lang yung iiyak. Sympathetic good lady as she was, Srimati Draupadi did not want to put the wife of Dronacharya in the same position of childlessness. both from the point of motherly feelings and from the respectable position held by the wife of Dronacharya. Kakaiba yung sinashow ni Draupadi dito. And hindi lang siya parang kailangan i-follow na footstep ng mga babae in Krishna consciousness. Even yung mga lalaki should learn sa great personality like Srimati Draupadi how forgiving she was. Pero merong mga kakaibang mangyayari. In the text number 48, if the kingly administrative order, being unrestricted in the sense control, offends the Brahmana order and enrages them, then the fire of that rage burns up the whole body of the royal family and brings grief upon all. So binigay niya yung argument na he is the son of the Brahmana. He is considered as Dronacharya. Huwag niya siya patahin kasi iiyak din yung asawa niya and yung nanay niya na ayoko maramdaman nila yung nararamdaman ko. And meron siyang kakaibang argument. Kapag pinatay mo daw yung Brahmana, which is the highest sa social order, it's a big offense. It's a big offense. Na ginawa niya yon, bakit niyo gagawin? Meron siya mga arguments na kakaiba dito. And sobrang valid. Sobrang valid yung ginagawa niya. Gusto ko lang balikan yung word na tolerance kasi like a devotee, they want which is sinabi rin ni Lord Chaitanya na a person trinadapi sunichana tarorapi saisana amana na kiritan sa dahari. Tama ba yung verse ko, Radhanath Prabhu? Yan.
Yes.
Yung verse na yon is more tolerant than a tree. One of the line there. More tolerant than a tree. A devotee wants to develop that tolerance. And sabi ni Radhanath kanina, yung tolerance na yon is one of the good nature ng isang devotee na kailangan niyang gawin. Pero yung devotee na yon, hindi niya iniisip na ako lang dapat yung iniintindi, ako lang yung nag-tolerate. Lahat sila medyo, hindi sila advanced, lahat sila offensive, pero ito-tolerate ko sila. Yung greatest devotee daw is iniisip niya na, teka lang, baka ako yung tinatolerate ng mga tao. Ako yung isip na isip, baka ako pala yung offensive. Baka ako pala yung nag-inflict ng pain sa kanila. Baka ako pala yung toxic. And please forgive me kasi you've been tolerating me for so long. Ganun mag-isip yung devotee. Hindi niya naisip na palagi yung ibang tao yung masama or ibang tao yung nag-inflict ng pain. Siya iniisip niya palagi. Lagi siya nakaharap sa mirror na baka ako yung mag-inflict ng pain. And ayoko maramdaman niya yun. Si Draupadi is a perfect example ng a devotee who have the tolerance. At the same time, humility. Grabe yung meron kay Draupadi. And we're just praying palagi na this kind of soft heart and mild and gentle quality ng devotee na ma-develop natin. So, paano to? Paano na mangyayari dito? At ito yung mga in-offer niya. Let's hear from Radhanath Prabhu what he could say. And he could read succeeding verses then, Prabhu.
First, parang dapat din nating maintindihan no, kung sino talaga si Draupadi. Actually, Draupadi, she's not an ordinary person like we're talking about. But actually, in background niya, being the daughter of a very powerful king, she was highly qualified. She is highly qualified. She is well protected by his father, King Drupada. And so, makikita natin dito sa mga arguments na binibigay niya. She's very intelligent. She's very intelligent. She knows what she's saying and it's right and it's these religious codes. alam niya. Yung sabi na natin Charan Prabhu, hindi lang yung parang out of sentiment, sabi din ni Srila Prabhupada. Hindi lang out of parang, ano yun? Gusto kong basahin ulit. It's not just out of, saan yun? Feelings. Diba? It's not just out of motherly feelings. Yun sabi niya. And from respectable position held by the wife of Dronacharya. So, si Draupadi, alam niya yung sinasabi niya. And she's arguing like this. So, we can see na even as a woman, you know, they can show a lot of their parang emotions through feelings, but at the same time, when it's backed up by, by this intelligent, mahirap silang mahirap silang labanan. Mahirap silang, kumbaga mahirap makipag-argue sa mga ganito. Kasi una-una, as a man, kumbaga, pag nag-argue na men, women, una-una dapat a man should not quarrel with the wife parang ganoon Kaya wala ka na magagawa pag sabi nga di ba may sinasabi sa married life na pag ikaw ay pag yung lalaki yung nagkamali, mali ka talaga. Pero pag babae yung nagkamali, lalaki pa rin yung mali. May parang ganun ba na something na ang pino-point out is yung the man should not quarrel with the wife, parang ganun. Pero kasi ang mahirap doon yung kapag yung hindi lang feelings na yung sinasabi natin na kasi nga emotional sila, hindi. Mas mahirap labanan yung mga ganong bagsakan na yung babae. Yung mga sinasabi niya tama, may basehan. Ang hirap na i-defeat noon, di ba? So in this case parang ganoon. Makikita natin gaano ka-intelligent si Draupadi. She's a highly qualified, highly trained, highly cultured personality. That's why ang nakuha niya rin na husbands is actually highly qualified persons. The Pandavas. She's not an ordinary woman. Tapos gusto ko lang, may naalala lang ako bigla na ewan ko sa anong context, pero I'm sure pinag-uusapan dito yung about men and women, men is superior, women are less intelligent. And somehow parang may nagko-complain na kay Srila Prabhupada na Mataji na parang, Prabhupada, how can we resolve this? I'm just paraphrasing and if I'm remembering correctly, parang ganito yung sinasabi na, ba't ganyan? Masyado naman parang harsh, ganyan. And yun nga, again, if I remember correctly, may statement na binitawan si Prabhupada just to really parang matapos na yung argument. Parang may sinabi siya na if you, sa Mataji na nagko-complain na ba't ganun, sabi niya, if you really think you're a woman, you are really less intelligent. Sabi niya sa woman, sabi niya sa Mataji na yun. Why? Ang sabi niya sa Prabhupada, in Krishna's ties, actually, we're all prakritis. Diba, a Sanskrit word yun may Purusha and the Prakriti, meaning there was this personality of Godhead who is the Purusha, who is the enjoyer. And all of us are actually Prakritis. We are supposed to be enjoyed by the Lord. According to His liking. Kung anong gusto niyang gawin sa atin, gagawin niya yun. So actually, in the eyes of Krishna, we're all kind of this. We are the enjoyed. So we are the women in Krishna's eyes. So parang sinasabi lang yung Srila Prabhupada, if you really think, sa devotee na yun na Mataji, if you really think like this, that you're a woman, then you are really less intelligent. So parang binibigyan justice lang din yung Srila Prabhupada. Now, let's not dive into this so much. We're actually spirit souls. We're all parts and parcels of Krishna. Eventually, we're all being enjoyed, or in actuality, we're all being enjoyed by Krishna. It's because of our desire na meron tayong different bodily orientations. But in all absolute sense, we're all being enjoyed by Krishna. So we are all Prakritis. So this argument that women, less intelligent, men superior, Srila Prabhupada, if you really think like that, then you're really less intelligent because you're just looking again at the outward dress, di ba? Everybody's a servant of the Lord. Everybody's devotee of the Lord. Di ba? They just don't, sa mga hindi pa they just don't know it yet. Sa mga nagpa-practice, we are just not, hindi pa tayo pure devotee. Makikita natin na ganun. Pero yun, para masatisfy yung parang at that time sort of tension. Now let's not dive into this so much. We should focus on the on the mission that we are all trying to just be the servant of the servant, and in that context, we are all just trying to serve for the pleasure of Guru and Krishna. Basahin natin. Saan nga tayo nagtapos? 48? So,
Yes.
49 na tayo, no?
Yes, Prabhu.
Text number 49. Sutta Goswami said, O Brahmanas, balik tayo dun sa, inception ulit, sa discussion of a discussion. Sutta Goswami at the forest of Naimisaranya, headed by Saunaka Rishi. Ito na yung sabi ni Sutta Goswami, O Brahmanas, King Yudhishthir fully supported the statements of the queen, which were in accordance with the principles of religion, and were justified, glorious, full of mercy and equity, and without duplicity. Ito na, basahin pa natin isa. Nakula, at si King Yudhishthir, yun na, siya yung panganay sa mga Pandavas. Siya yung panganay. So, one of Draupadi's husband. Tapos, ito na, text na 50. Nakula and Sahadev, ito na yung dalawang bunso. So, merong Yudhishthir, panganay, then Arjuna, tama ba Arjuna, and then Bhima.
Bhima muna, tas Arjuna.
Bhima muna, and then Arjuna. So, yun yung tatlo. Tapos, Nakula and Sahadev, the twins. So, 5 yun. Pandavas, 5. So, Nakula and Sahadev, the younger brothers of the king. And Satyaki, Arjuna, Satyaki and other just named. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng Satyaki? Kailangan nating alamin yun. Parang another name ni Arjuna yan eh. The personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, son of Devaki, and the ladies and others all unanimously agreed with the king. Parang, mapapaisip kayo, pati si Krishna. pati si Krishna, parang, bumaliktad. ang gusto kong, in my understanding, ang sagot ko doon, si Krishna, sabi nga niya mas merciful pa yung devotees ni Krishna kaysa sa kanya eh. Andun tayo na, andun yung understanding natin dapat. Parang sa context nga na pinag-usapan din natin na minsan si Krishna pwede niya namang gawin but ginagawa niya pa through his devotees. Kasi nga, mas glorious. Mas gusto ni Krishna yun. Yun yung nakaka-please sa kanya And mind nyo, diba, na pag-usapan natin niya, si Krishna tinetest lang din siguro hanggang saan sila magde-delve into yung parang codes of conduct na siya mismo ang nagtayo, no? Si Krishna, already his religious principles. Siya ang gumawa lahat niyan, ultimately. Pero siguro tinitignan niya. Actually, tignan natin kung hanggang saan susunod itong mga tao or saan babali ito. Pero yung mga, pag binali ito ng mga devotees ko, parang pwede ko pa ma-accept. Bakit? Kasi mas merciful nga sila Kasi, diba yun si Krishna talagang ini-instigate Patay mo yan. Prasahan mo yan, di ba? Pero hindi. Tapos dito, dahil narinig niya yung mga sinabi ni Draupadi and si King Yudhishthir nag-agree sa sinasabi ng queen niya, which is his wife, si Krishna din daw, all unanimously agreed with the king. It goes to show how Krishna extends and, hindi extends, adjusts. Krishna adjusts. Again, this is a story, this is a test. This is a testament to the devotee, Lord Krishna's devotees, supreme, you can say parang mas high position than Krishna Kasi nga, mas merciful sila kay Krishna Sabing ganun Di ba? Kaya nag-agree na rin si Krishna. Bukas na natin i-continue kasi merong may twist, may tawag dyan, may magko-contest. Pero hanggang dito, kung hihinto natin dito, parang all good na. Nag-agree na lahat. Almost everybody nag-agree na. Pero yun lang yung gusto kong i-point out dito na ganon. Yung understanding that the devotees are actually more merciful than Krishna. In that sense that, Krishna agrees with his devotees. Parang ganon. So he can adjust.
So, kakaiba yung mga nangyari. Ay, by the way, si Satyaki is kasama ng mga soldier sa line ng bridge ni mga kamag-anak nila Pandavas yun. Hindi ko lang
sa picture ba siya yung parang extra doon na nasa likod? Kasi sa picture na sinend mo, di ba may extra doon na personality sa likod Baka siya yun, no? Yung sa binigay mo na picture, so Satyaki, ano pala yun, soldier siya. may somebody na nasa likod eh. Anyway. Nakamute ka.
Ang dami kong sinasabi, nakamute pala ako. Yeah, si Satyaki is si Yuyudan. Yuyudan. So, pagbalik nila sa base camp, lahat andun na. Kaya dumating na uli sila yung Yudhisthira, dumating nila yung Kambal. Si Kambal dito, si Nakula sa si Sahadev. Ba sila naging Kambal? Abangan natin yung maganda yung mga story nila. Sa Mahabharat, you can watch yung mga videos ni Sridham Prabhu. He's telling stories about the Mahabharat. So ito yung mga yung mga arguments ni Draupadi and yung forgiveness side na binigay niya with magandang mga mga reasoning. Andun na. Tapos, yung asawa, which is si Yudhisthira, nag-agree. And mind you, Maharaj Yudhisthira, anak siya ni Dharmaraj o ni Yamaraj. Si Yamaraj is a demigod na representing justice. Siya rin yung may hawak ng lower planetary system and kung saan pupunta actually yung soul after niya mamatay. Sa kanya pupunta yon. Siya yung maghahatol. Siya yung demigod na maghahatol. Ito yung
Paano yan?
record.
Superintendent of death daw. Parang gano'n.
Siya yung superintendent of death. So, hindi siya demon demigod siya. Great devotee siya ni Krishna. Di ba, in our thinking, ang iniisip natin, ang superintendent ng hell, saan pupunta is demons. Tapos, ang maghuhusga is si God. No. Si Dharmaraj, si Yamaraj. So, anak siya ni Yamaraj, si Yudhisthira. And that quality, nang meron si Yamaraj, meron din si Yudhisthira. He's very just, very virtuous. Grabe yung quality. Pag nabasa niyo yung Mahabharat, grabe yung quality na meron pinakita in leadership na ginawa pinakita ni Yudhisthira. Tapos ngayon nagbigay siya ng argument. Oh, agree ako kay Draupadi. Agree ako sa asawa natin. Diba? Minsan parang kailangan mo, ayun nga of course, those yung mga may asawa, alam nila yan kung gaano ka-importante mag-agree sa wife. So, nag-agree siya. And sabi niya, justified, glorious, full of mercy, may equity, and without duplicity. Without duplicity. If us, titignan natin, teka lang, parang kanina lang sabi mo, patayin si Ashwattham. Tapos ngayon, sabi mo, patawarin. Parang nilagay mo naman si Arjuna sa awkward situation yan. Nag-promise na sa'yo. Ngayon, ito yung sinasabi mo, parang madidegrade yung pagiging satriya niya or pagiging man niya. Kasi hindi, sinasabi mo siyang wag gawin yung sinabi mong gawin dati na nakaraan. So, bakit nga siya bakit nga siya sobrang agree kay Draupadi? Kasi, yung argument si Draupadi is very valid. And even Nakula and Sahadev, ayun nga, nag-agree sila sa kapatid nila. Even nga si Krishna Agreed. So parang napa-agree sila, nga no, tama. Pero, halos nag-agree na, nakukonvince na lahat. Si Arjuna, pati si Krishna, nakukonvince na, di ba? Ito ngayon si Bhima. Si Bhima yung pangalawang kapatid sa Pandavas. Si Bhima have this characteristic na mas passionate siya in a war, even sa pagkain. Pag kumakain yung magkakapatid, kalahati kay Bhima lang. Kalahati, maghahati-hati yung mga magkakapatid. So, medyo mas siya, no? Medyo mas mas passionate siya, yung anger niya mas grabe. Sabi niya, Bhima, however, disagreed with them and recommended killing this culprit who, in angry mood, had murdered sleeping children for no purpose and for neither his nor his master's interest. Biglang binaligtad niya. Teka lang. Hindi ako agree sa inyo lahat. Parang nagkakampiyan na sila eh. Okay na lahat eh. Naku-convince na eh. Ginising ni Bima yung argument. Ito yung mga nangyari. Ito yung mga ginawa niya. So, ang kailangan mag-decide dito is si Arjuna. Siya yung inutusan ni Draupadi and siya rin yung nag-promise. Hindi ko alam kung napunta kayo sa situation na may dalawang kailangan gawin and pag may ginawa ka, may masaktan or um, may mga maapektuhan. And pag ando ka naman sa kabila, yung kabila maapektuhan. Mahirap mapunta sa situation ng mga nasa awkward na sitwasyon. Mahirap maging monk in the middle lang. Minsan kailangan niyang mag-decide. Pero, sabi nga ni Radhanath Prabhu, hindi natin pupuntahan ngayon yun. Bukas natin pupuntahan yan. Basta importante, napakabait ni Draupadi and very forgiving siya. We are praying that these characteristics of these devotees, the qualities na even percentage of it, ma-develop natin sa heart natin. We know forgiveness is a gift. Hindi para sa tao nang nakasakit. It's a gift for us. Kasi tayo yung magdadala ng hatred, tayo magdadala ng revenge mentality na yon. Tayo magdadala ng sakit. Pero forgiving is a good quality na hindi tayo magka-suffer. At the same time, ayaw natin mag-suffer din yung iba. That's a good quality na we are praying kay Krishna sa Guru and kay Srimati Draupadi na sana ma-practice natin. And that's one thing para mahinto rin yung cycle of birth and death. For us to move on. Malaman natin kung ano yung purpose talaga ng buhay is to serve Krishna. From all the pains before. Yung mga healing na nangyayari, yung mga past na mga trauma, the best solution is forgiveness. So maraming salamat. Sabi nga ni Jesus Christ, bago i-end ni Radhanath Prabhu, ito yung sabi ni Jesus Christ, forgive them, Father. Ay ba yan sabihin mo? Gusto ko si Radhanath magsabi. Go, Radhanath Prabhu.
Hindi kasi gusto ko lang i-connect since nandito tayo sa Holy Week o banal na linggong araw. Gusto ko kay Navade pa, banal na linggo, hindi lang mahal na araw. Kasi araw, day, sana holiday lang, di ba? So banal na linggo, di ba? Ganun eh, kita mo yung characteristics ng pure devotee of the Lord. Jesus Christ being the Son of God. Kahit na gaano katindi na yung ginawa sa kanya. Actually, konti nga lang yung ginawa niya about preaching ng God consciousness eh. Konti pa lang. Pero gaano ka barbaric, gaano ka degraded yung mga tao that time. Ganun ginawa sa kanya. And while nakapako sa krus, di ba? Ano yung sinabi niya? Forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. Tindi, di ba? Glimpse ng love ng great personalities. Jesus Christ. So gusto ko lang i-relate din yun kasi yung forgiveness talaga ang hirap gawin eh. Even to be honest, myself mahirap. Hindi siya ganun pa kadali. Lalo na pag talagang alam mo parang feeling mo nasaktan ka. Although alam mo na karma mo yan. Pero hindi eh, may false ego pa rin tayo eh. Pero di ba, yung forgiveness, isa siya talaga sa mga parang pag forgiving ka na tao, ibig sabihin medyo advance ka na tao. Pag forgiving ka na tao talaga. So gusto ko lang din i-connect yun since we are celebrating also the wonderful qualities in remembrance of our dear Lord Jesus Christ. He's very forgiving. Nakapako ka na sa krus. Diba? Lahat na ginawa, grabe na yung sa'yo, punishment sa'yo. Pero ganun. Although, ultimately, Jesus Christ, hindi naman siya talaga nasaktan, ano? Kasi He's always protected by the Lord. Pero, ganun. He's showing us the way, how to forgive. Even at the most difficult, times. So, Jesus Christ, Ki Jai.
Jai. Thank you very much, my dear Prabhus and dear Matajis. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Kita-kita tayo tonight. Today, we'll have sessions also with, I think, today's Saturday, Guru Maharaj and Ashu. At the same time, yung ating sacred space Little Temple, Making Your Home, Your Sacred Space by Navadip Chowdhury Prabhu at 7 p.m. More announcements sa ating group chat. Maraming salamat Prabhus and Matajis and of course Radhan Prabhu for this wonderful session and studying ng Srimad Bhagavatam. Last session tayo for this chapter. Tapos akalaan mo yun, no? Tatawid na tayo ng other book. Just for a month, no? Nakakatawa to study with you. I'm always humbled and honored. Maraming salamat and good morning. Hare Krishna.